Hello guys, welcome back. My name is Andrei. I have developed ChatGPT plugin for a month ago or so. It's already published on ChatGPT store and it runs in production for a month. So now I'd like to talk about pros and cons developing your own plugin, and maybe based on that you'll decide if you want to build your own or not. So let's start from pros, from positive thing. And obviously the good thing to develop the plugin and have it published on ChatGPT store is the option that more users would be able to see your product, because the plugin will run on ChatGPT infrastructure, and any user who is accessing ChatGPT and have access to the plugin store potentially he'll be able to find your plugin, install it, and use it. So that's a good thing. And let's see how my plugin works at the same time. So over here I got a question, for example, to fetch all the receipts and from data stored and display them in a table and based on a descending order, and to include store name, receipt, and total. And request was sent to the plugin. And by the way, the plugin works using multiple layers of technology. So data is stored encrypted in MongoDB. Then there's fast API backend, which acts as communication and service for talking to a database, to encrypting data and fetching data from the database, and so on. And then there's another Python backend service with Quart is implemented. It handles requests that are coming from ChatGPT, and then it translates those requests and sends them to the fast API backend where all the job is done. So in the backend there are three layers, like Quart, Python service, then there's a fast API service, and MongoDB. And we have obviously ChatGPT in the front end, and ChatGPT is managed by OpenAI, and from there we get requests. In terms of the security, OAuth implementation OAuth security is implemented, and it controls the access to the plugin, and it makes sure that user is authenticated before user is using the plugin, and to make sure that user would be able to save the receipts correctly based on his username and fetch those receipts later. Okay, so we got the table, and we can see that the result is incorrect because the ordering is not as I asked, because I asked to display in a descending order. Then I said that ordering is incorrect, and ChatGPT fixed this for this using the second request, so it was not able to do this in the first original request. And then I say, okay, display chart with this data, and I get a chart, for example, and what ChatGPT does quite well. For example, I ask why one of the receipts, this one, was so expensive, and it said that it was able to find out that the gas was purchased with this receipt, and this was the reason for the high price for this receipt. But in general, I can see that lately ChatGPT is not performing so well, and if I would if I would send a request to analyze entire set of data, and for example to identify receipts with more expensive items, it may go and miss some of the receipts, skip some of the receipts for some reason, not include them in the result set, and so on. So you'll not be able to trust 100% ChatGPT output. The way it works well is when you work on a specific receipt, one receipt, and you ask questions about this receipt. So this means when the context is smaller, then it's able to provide better answers to you. Okay, so that's positive thing. The negative thing is that if we go to new chat and we'll try to go over here to the plugin store, we'll see that there are just few plugins in popular category, and if you go to all, then there's a huge number of plugins, and there's no way to sort the plugins based on the categories. The only option is to search for the specific plugin based on some keyword, and then user would be able to find your plugin. But for the new users who don't know your plugin, it's kind of hard to find it. I think if the categories would be available, it would be much easier to find plugins and install them. And since there are so many plugins, for the users it's hard to find the plugin that they need, and this results in lower numbers of users for your developed plugin. So if you would expect that you would have huge number of users coming to your plugin and doing the job, that's probably not. At least not in my situation. And I was analyzing a few other plugins. I didn't saw huge number of usage of other plugins as well. So it could be that my speculation is that maybe ChatGPT users are not too much into the plugins overall, or maybe there are just too many plugins. So there's no huge traffic going through the plugins. At least based on my experience. And what I saw, there's a huge, there are lots of requests coming every hour those requests fetch plugin metadata file, but it seems like some bots maybe or some robots, but there are not too many real users who are coming to the plugin and doing the job. So for example, if I go to the log2 dashboard, this shows for this month when plugin was launched, there are a total of 59 users, and this is the daily activity. So it's around 10-12 active users per day, which is not bad, but probably you would expect more for such hyped system like ChatGPT. But in any case, I think that so that was negative thing, but if to come back to the positive things, probably there is one more. ChatGPT helps you to build actual production system, and you need to put effort and learn new stuff, how to build it and publish it on ChatGPT. And this is also a positive thing because it makes you learn something new, and you'll be able to apply things like how to do configuration with OAuth, for example, how to implement production-ready fast API code, and you'll be able to use it in your other work based on this production experience. Okay, so this was a short video about pros and cons about ChatGPT plugins, and hopefully this will be useful for someone who is starting with plugins and thinking either they should develop the plugin or not. So thanks for watching, and if any feedback, leave the comment below, and I'll be happy to follow up and answer. So thanks for watching, and see you next time. Bye.